Hello and welcome back to Mystery Shots. Today, we are going to discuss a real-life story of Russia's youngest warrior. In Russia, a family of three sit by the river, enjoying their time. Sergei Ilyashkov, the youngest of them, brags to his elder brother and mother when German fighter jets fly overhead. The mother orders her children to quickly hide in the bushes, but the 6-year-old insists on striking the jet with a slingshot. To everyone's surprise, he hits the jet and blows it. But when he looks around, he notices that his family has disappeared. Sergei awakens terrified from his dream and calls out to his mother. Suddenly someone knocks on his door. He runs towards it, assuming it is his mother. However, a worried neighbor woman enters. She thanks God for his survival and informs him that his mother and brother are no longer alive. Sergei is unable to understand what she is saying and wishes to remain at home to await his mother. The woman informs him that Germans have attacked them and he should flee. Suddenly, some soldiers approach their home. The woman forces Sergei to flee through the window, but she gets killed before she can join. The 6-year-old boy is now on his own, without family or friends. As Sergei flees the house, he notices his entire neighborhood burning behind him. He runs away from there, calling for his mother in vain. After running for some time, he ends up in the middle of the woods. As soon as he realizes he is lost, the young child starts calling for his mother to come and get him. He spends the night in the jungle. Next day, as he drinks water from a river, the enemy soldiers approach him. Frightened, Sergei quickly hides inside the roots of a tree. He is startled when a snake approaches, but he doesn't scream or flee. The soldiers search everywhere, eat food, and then leave. Sergei then takes their leftover food and consumes it for the night. However, by the end of the day, the little boy is exhausted. He hasn't eaten anything in 2 days and has been walking aimlessly. He falls down as he limps but doesn't stop walking. While on his way, he comes across some wild berries and eats them. But suddenly, an explosion occurs behind him. The boy becomes dizzy and begins to see someone approaching from behind him. Despite this, he stands tall and tells the person that he has a rifle and not afraid. He limps forward but soon falls unconscious. While he is asleep, 2 soldiers approach him. As Russian Commander Kuznetsov awaits his patrol soldiers, they arrive with the little boy who is injured and weak. When the soldiers declare that they are on his side, the youngster opens up and introduces himself. When the kid shakes hands with the commander and suggests he introduce himself, the soldiers laugh. The soldiers are thrilled with the little kid and circle him. They ask him to drink water and eat. The angry commander takes care of the child. A nurse named Katya dresses Sergei's wounds, and is charmed by his personality too. The boy requests nurse to draw a tank on his wounds as he aspires to be a soldier when he grows up. Even the wounded soldiers talked to the child and felt better. Sergei is excited by the commander's rifle and his badge. After taking the bullets out, the commander lets him play with his pistol. Sergei reveals the tank he drew on his stomach and brags about being a soldier himself. The boy is recovering quickly. Katya, the nurse, requests that the boy remain with the battalion. However, commander disagrees, claiming that it will not be safe. The soldiers spend all their free time with Sergei. Throughout the day, he is visited by a large number of people. They bring him food sent from their families far away, and they even bring him flowers. One day, a soldier approaches the commander and requests that the boy remain with the battalion. The soldiers have formed an attachment to the child and regard him as their own. His presence lifts the burden of war from their shoulders. The commander, on the other hand, is adamant about sending the boy to the orphanage for his own safety. The next day, the enemies attack, injuring many soldiers. A vehicle arrives to pick up Sergei and transport him to the orphanage. The commander informs the child and presents him with a wooden honorary pistol as a gift. In turn, the boy hugs him, claiming that he is concerned for the commander's safety. The commander melts in his embrace and reconsiders his decision. He requests that Sergei remain with the soldiers as his son. That night, the soldiers look for small soldier clothes for Sergei, who is overjoyed to be staying with them. The commander wakes Sergei up and hands him the clothes. He puts them on and runs around like a real soldier. The others begin to refer to him as their little soldier boy. The Germans launch an air attack on the battalion as the child runs around. The soldiers rush Sergei to a safe location and fight the others. The number of injured soldiers is rapidly increasing. Sergei wishes to be useful, so he brings water to thirsty soldiers. One of them, who has a bandage covering his eyes, asks him to read a letter from his family. The kid wants to help but does not know how to read. He takes the letter and begins making up the contents, claiming that the soldier's cow is safe at home. When the soldier says he doesn't have a cow, the others encourage him to believe the story and laugh. He reads everyone else's letters and cheers them up in the same way. Katya and the commander appear to be attracted to each other but try to suppress. Later, Sergei tells the commander that he likes to join the battalion. However, the boy witnesses one of the soldiers' stations being destroyed as a result of the attack. The commander instructs him to remove his hat in order to pay respect to the fallen soldier. The next day, he insists on a mission from the commander and is assigned the task of distributing the letters among the soldiers. He finishes his task quickly and even gets the soldiers to dance for him. The next day, Sergei goes away from the base with his binoculars. As he is playing with it, he sees someone's leg moving from inside a haystack. He returns to the battalion and informs the soldiers about his findings. The soldiers are skeptical, but they accompany the boy anyway. When they get close to the haystack, they are informed that 2 German spies are hiding beneath it. The spies are captured, and the child is commended for his intelligence. The commander shows Sergei the legal documents for his adoption that night. He is now the child's legal father. Sergei is aware of the commander's feelings for Katya, so he encourages him to confess to her. However, when they see her talking to another man, they incorrectly assume she is interested in someone else. The Germans attack the base once more. This time, Sergei offers his full support to the soldiers by supplying ammunition to those on the front lines. However, the soldiers there order him to return to the shed because it is too dangerous outside. When he arrives at the shed, he sees the commander and others in a state of panic because the phone's connection with the colonel has been lost. A soldier is dispatched to repair the broken wires. Sergei pursues the soldier and discovers that he has been fatally wounded. He approaches the dying soldier and asks how he can fix the wires himself. The connection is restored, and more troops are dispatched. Everyone's lives are saved by the 6-year-old. We later see the commander and Katya chatting by the river. Finally, the commander confesses his feelings for her and asks her to be Sergei's mother. Katya is overjoyed, but before she can say anything, a soldier approaches them and hands the commander a letter stating that they have been ordered to leave the base. The next day, all of the soldiers, including Sergei, leave for their new base. However, they come across a minefield on their way, which blows off some of their vehicles. The commander is injured, and Sergei's close friend, the group's orderly, is killed in the explosion. He begins to cry and embraces the commander. They continue their journey to their new base while carrying the injured. When they finally arrive at the other base, they meet the general, the commander's leader. He, too, is impressed by the kid's ambition and compliments the commander on having such a bright child. The next day, their division receives a guard's banner, and so does the boy. When the general hands him his badge, he promises to save his country. Their base is brutally attacked one night, and the commander is trapped beneath the ruins. Sergei sobs for his father and makes an effort to save him. He calls the other soldiers, who eventually bring out the commander. The following day, Sergei approaches an injured commander, his hands having been injured while attempting to save the commander. The child is now an indispensable member of the team. He has no family beside them and follows them wherever they go during the war. Later, he took part in the Stalingrad battle and accompanied the soldiers to Poland. He is now known as the world's youngest soldier, and the legendary story of his bravery has been shared with the entire world. Like and comment your thoughts about this mystery shot. And don't forget to subscribe Mystery Shots for more such content.